Hey everyone, welcome back to How to Be a Poser. Today we're going to usurp the throne of Wakanda, but to do it we're going to need a little help from the Erik Killmonger 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. Let's get started. Alright, here it is, the Erik Killmonger 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. Still in his box, exactly the way it's going to come to you. Comes with a great array of hands for you to use, as well as a couple of unique weapons, but this glorious portrait of Erik Killmonger is what really sets this figure off. Can't wait to see what I can do with all this stuff, so let's get rolling. Alright, here he is, Hot Toys Killmonger. Erik Killmonger out of his box, ready to roll. I am going to do something interesting, a little mythos sort of a thing, if you will, by bringing both of these weapons, which I don't think, that I can't recall this one being used at all outside of the heist scene. But I think that for the purposes of this figure, we can do something really attractive with it that everybody will enjoy. I'm going to put the hands in first. On you go. Cool. That was really easy. Not so easy though that I need to worry about it coming off. It's in there nice and solid, but didn't have to fight it too much. All right, so which one do I think Killmonger would use as his front weapon? Well, I'm not gonna put too terribly much thought into that. I'm just gonna go with this guy. Wow, man, it's really a really beautiful downscaled version. Okay, let's see. He's on the grips, good to go. Let's pop this guy in there. All right, now, I think I want this one moving back and this one moving forward. So I'm gonna have this one in a defensive posture and this one as if he's just getting ready to swing it, maybe? Don't know. Let's move that forward and just get these legs into a position. Twist that torso to the back as if he's just swung this back or he's getting ready to swing it forward, either one. And bring that head up to align with the viewer. Get this guy into a position also where he's kind of defensive, but yeah, I kind of like how that's reading. Cool. Oh, this is really not going to take a long time to pose at all, everyone. I'm kind of impressed with how easily it does what I want it to do. It's almost like they designed it to just fall into these positions naturally. But it's working really well so far. Try to minimize these wrinkles while you're doing it if you can. It's just the nature of the beast when you're using fabric. They haven't perfected 6-scale nanoparticles yet. Although we're still hoping for one day. Let's just try. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that more forward. And just, at this point, I think I've got it pretty much dialed. I'm just kind of tweaking it. And once I've got it tweaked, I'm just gonna find the balance. And once the balance is found, just see if it reads naturally. I'm just gonna rotate it around here. Yeah, that looks better by bringing it out there a little bit more. So I've just basically moved, initially it was kind of in a little bit and that just didn't look natural. So I'm just gonna give him a little bit more stability by moving the leg out there. Now, looking at it, it looks like he's leaning back a little bit too far, so I'm just gonna work his torso down to touch. That gives him a more feral appearance that I think is just really attractive. Still working it. And he's weighted a little bit to the front, so I'm just gonna spin him around here and see if I can't make an adjustment with this foot to provide him a little bit more stability. I think that's done it. The only thing is, and I'm just gonna be a nitpicker here, I think that the weapon from the museum heist is more attractive than this sword. So let's just move the spear around to the front. Yeah, I think that's gonna work a lot better. And bring this guy to the back. In we go. And again, get that blade placement aligned properly with the knuckles. One of the things that I've talked about in the past is when you're holding a blade, you'll notice that the edge of the blade should be aligned with this second knuckle on your fingers. So when you're posing, when you're trying to pose this thing realistically, you want to try to have the same effect. You want to try to replicate that. All right, so let me just readjust this, because when making those transitions from front to back and vice versa, I've knocked the balance askew. So do those same steps over again. Just find that natural balance point. From the side here, I'm not liking how that's reading, so I'm just going to twist that torso a little bit more. Come back to the front, bring his head down. Adds a little bit more ferocity to the pose. So I'm just going to move this around to the camera so that you can kind of see where I'm going with this. It's funny the way that you kind of get a different perspective when you have a camera monitor, but you can have the same. It would have the same effect if I stepped back from it. So you can you don't need a camera monitor, although it helps. But if you don't have one, simply just get up, walk back, and that gives you a much better perspective of how things should be reading. For instance, like here's a plane. I'm imagining a plane right here, and I don't want his arm or that blade to be parallel with that imaginary plane. I want some direction away from this imaginary plane. Nothing should be flat onto the camera, it just kind of obstructs. And having said that, I think we've got something here. Denied his birthright for the crimes of his father, Killmonger's whole life becomes a mission of retribution. Relentless, merciless, and ferocious. This figure is equipped with all you need to capture those qualities.
Hey, did you like that video? Be sure to subscribe by clicking the S icon on your screen and click that bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is posted. If you'd like more info on the items featured in this video, click the link provided under Product Info. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.